welcome back, guys. It's Robert Rule of 2 Review here, and today, I can't believe I may be the first on the internet to make this quote, but we have been given a sonic boom. Alrighty, so this is really cool news for me. I am a humongous Sonic the Hedgehog fan. As I've stated a few times, being 33 years old myself means I grew up in the NES and Super NES and Genesis days. So the mid to late 80s and early 90s gaming was kind of what mostly shaped my gaming career and honestly shaped me as the nerd I am today. So 8 and 16-bit gaming is just part of my pedigree. I grew up loving it. The 16-bit generation may even be my personal favorite of all time. And of course, a humongous part of that would be the massive influence that was Sonic the Hedgehog. When he came out of nowhere, Sega was the new cool hip kids on the block, and they had this totally badass mascot, Sonic the Hedgehog. He had his blast processing and all this other cool hip shit that Mario just didn't have, even though Mario was ultimately better, but we don't have to talk about that. So because of that, I'm a Sonic fan. I never stopped being a Sonic fan. I know we had a rough period in the early 2000s, for 2 generations ago, the GameCube, PS2, Xbox era, when they were coming out with a lot of games and, people weren't super into them. And I don't really know why, because a lot of them were really good. And even some of the ones on last gen, even too. I mean, some of them were great, some of them weren't. So there's been a lot of back and forth with the Sonic series, mostly since he's gone 3D over the last 10 years or so. And even though I recognize some games are better than others, I still love the character. I love the design. It's just the good games and the Sonic games, they just make me happy. They just speak to me. They speak to that Nintendo old school fun-loving gamer in me that still loves to play that stuff alongside all of the brand new stuff that comes out nowadays. So part of this comes, so the Wii U has had a bunch of Sonic games coming out lately. Sega had entered into an exclusive deal with Nintendo last year to release 3 exclusive Sonic games on the Wii U, which was really cool. We got Sonic Lost World, I think the Sonic and Mario at the Olympics, the Sochi Olympic Games, was the first one that came out a few months ago. Sonic Lost World was the really big one that had people really hyped for a while. That came out in October or November, I think. I think it was October. And that was a game that had a lot of hype, and it didn't review as well as people thought, which I think is too bad. I have the game, and I've put a ton of gameplay footage on the channel as well. And while it wasn't amazing, it's still pretty darn good. So I'm a huge fan of it. I played it all the way to the end, and I'll probably play it again. It was really, really cool. And it showed a lot of cool ideas. It looked great, taking a little bit of advantage of the Wii U's power. So this brings us to the actual news I'm talking about, is the brand new announcement from Sega about the 3rd exclusive Sonic game for Nintendo. And it's a bigger announcement than just a game, which is kind of the really weird and also neat thing. It is, of course, called Sonic Boom, hence my awesome Guile reference in the beginning of this video. Sonic Boom. I thought maybe Capcom would have had a trademark on that, but apparently they don't. So they've announced Sonic Boom, and what Sonic Boom is it's a hybrid. It's a combination of a few things. It's more than just a game. It is a brand new universe, quote unquote, for Sonic. That's the way Sega and Sonic Team are spinning and talking about this. And that includes a whole new redesign of the main characters. That's really the biggest thing that's coming out of this. What it is to have this whole new universe is it's a combination of the new game, which is for the Wii U, and there's going to be a 3DS version, just like there was with Sonic Lost World. There's going to be a TV show, a CG cartoon show, which I believe is Cartoon Network. I'll try to double check that as I'm looking through everything here. And then there's like a whole toy line. So it's this really interesting brand new thing that's kind of happening. It's very rare to see something like this, but I think it's actually pretty cool. Sorry, I'm looking for the network here and I can't seem to find it, guys, so I'll stop distracting myself. It's definitely a neat thing to see somebody do something like this, especially with an old, well-branded franchise and character like Sonic. So the first thing I'll talk about there's a trailer available. I'll link an article below that's going to have the trailer so you can watch it. I'm sure you've seen it, but just in case, it won't hurt. So the big thing to talk about are the character designs. They're weird. They're not bad. I definitely won't say they're bad. In a lot of ways, I actually kind of like them, but they're strange. They've made all the characters, which is Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy Rose. Those are the 4 characters involved, and they've made them way more amorphic. I believe that's the term, when you talk about this stuff. But they're way more hybrided with human features than previously. Like before they were bipedal, which isn't really what any of these animals would normally be. Now they have these elongated legs and arms, and like just the facial designs, they're like both instantly recognizable and instantly, I don't want to say off-putting, but noticeably different. I mean, you're like, whoa, something is looking weird here with them. I'll make sure that a picture is included. So I gotta say, everyone's freaking out about Knuckles right now, because he's the one who looks like he's all buffed out on steroids and looks kind of weird, and he's like super, super tall and goofy looking. And while I guess I agree he's the weirdest looking of them all, he still looks fine. Like I said, I ultimately like the character designs, and I can see, I think, the direction that they're trying to go with Sonic. With the series, I should say, with Sonic as a character and all the other characters in the universe that they're doing here. I can see it all. I think the vision that they think they have, I might be able to kind of picture where they're trying to go with it. And I think it'll work out. If they really start developing and killing it with these Sonic games going forward, which they did with Sonic Generations, they did with Sonic Colors, and I think they did with Sonic Lost World, and they can continue that trend. Right now, for me, not including the Olympic game stuff with Mario, they're on a 3-game streak, and I feel really good about that. So I'm feeling great about Sega, Sonic Team, and Sonic as a character and as a franchise, a gaming franchise. So if you watch the trailer, what also becomes immediately apparent is I think the game looks great. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. It looks like there's like action, like Zelda type elements and sort of fantastical mechanical world, like kind of Final Fantasy type stuff, like looking almost like Final Fantasy 13 type of universes going on. It could be really cool. They're apparently trying to throw in an interesting mix of comedy. That's part of what they're going for with this. So I think the banter back and forth is going to be a huge, huge part of it. And that could be both really annoying or really cool. I mean, it sort of depends on what they do with it. And I'm just going to side on the optimistic side, saying I'm hoping that it turns out more cool than it is annoying. But yeah, I mean, the worlds and the gameplay looks fantastic. Visually, it's stunning. I mean, if you really pay attention to what's going on in the game, you can see the next-gen power of the Wii U starting to come out from a third-party developer here because it is freaking gorgeous. Seriously, it looks amazing. The water effects and the characters and the blurs and stuff looks great. I'm super excited about how good it looks. So I like to see that stuff come out so people can maybe start to realize, I mean, graphics shouldn't be that important anyway, but we know that it's the conversation amongst gamers nowadays. So everyone can just calm their faces because the Wii U has enough power to make things next gen, and this game is beginning to kind of show that. So it looks great. Here's some other really interesting news. This was something that just came out recently after the initial design, the initial reveal. Is apparently Sonic Boom is not going to be released in Japan. I thought that was quite interesting. But there's a Japanese Sonic team that I guess is working on another game or even other games, basically in tandem with Sonic Boom and the whole universe that is Sonic Boom. And that kind of goes in a lot of different directions to me. Maybe about a week ago, there was a rumor and like a picture that kind of supported this, that there was a new Sonic game, quote unquote, coming soon to be released, announced and then released for basically all the next gen platforms, the PlayStation 4, the Wii U, and the Xbox One. It was going to be one game for all of those, which was great. I was like, oh, that could be cool, like another new Sonic game. But we knew that we needed the third exclusive game to the Wii U. So, I was wondering, as were a lot of people, if that was that third game and it got turned into a multi-platform game. However, a few days after that, this came out and confirmed that there was a third Wii U game coming out, and it turned out to be Sonic Boom. So people thought that was basically a rumor or something that just wasn't true, just an out-and-out lie about that multi-platform game. But now that we know that the Japanese Sonic team is working on another game in tandem with this one, maybe that means that it is going to end up being true. However, it's possible that game that was a rumor is certainly what's going on. So I think that would be really cool to see that. The other neat thing is, if you look at the designs of the characters, this was really interesting information to me. Apparently, there are veteran Naughty Dog developers, employees who are working on this game. The studio is what are they called? Big Red Button is that's the character design team that's working with Sega and Sonic Team on this whole new designed world and characters. And apparently, a lot of the guys working for these teams used to work for Naughty Dog. That's fantastic. It probably explains why the game looks so good, because those guys know how to tap untapped potential power in systems. And so they're probably pulling out a lot of juice out of the Wii U, which is really cool to see. And so what I was getting at is, if you look at the characters and their designs, there's some scarves on Sonic and Tails that are around their necks. And apparently that's kind of just a nod, a throwback to those guys, because that's something that Nathan Drake was known for in the Uncharted games. So that's kind of just a fun little Easter egg, and it kind of helps lend to the fact that a really great team is working on this really great Wii U game exclusive with this really great, beloved and old school franchise and character in Sonic. So it's all very interesting information. The last thing, I guess, is the fact that, so let me see. Oh, I just found it. How convenient. So it is Cartoon Network. I was right 10 minutes ago or whatever when I said that. So the TV series is going to debut on the Cartoon Network. That's going to be, they say, the 2014-2015 season. And they're going to be short. It's going to be a CG series. They're going to be 11 minutes long, apparently, shorter episodes, which is interesting, but whatever. And that is it makes me wonder if that's when we can expect the game. I'm assuming maybe around the fall this year is when we can look forward to this game, which is pretty cool. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with it and where it's going to go. And the sooner I can get a game like this in my hands, the better. Like I said, I'm a huge Sonic fan, and I love Sega still, and I like Sonic Team. I believe that they still have the ability to make great Sonic games and great anything if they want to. So this is a really brand new initiative for Sega. It's a new push. It's a new concept. The new game, the new universe, the new toy line, the new series, the new TV series. It's this whole thing they're branching out with Sonic. And I think it's pretty cool. I really hope that all the combined product turns out fantastically. I hope that people embrace it. I hope that it does well and is supported and makes a lot of money. And we can see more stuff like this in the future, both in the Sonic Boom universe and maybe with other ideas and other ways that the Sega or other developers would maybe consider branching out. Maybe in the same way that the Skylanders idea really took off, Skylanders and Disney Infinity. I mean, that stuff just went bonkers, and they were reviewed well. They're apparently very good games, and they make a freaking megaton of money because of those toys and those whole components. So maybe this is another idea where instead of toys, they're giving us a multimedia way to, digest the Sonic universe, in games, toys, and TV shows. So it's pretty cool. What do you guys think? Are you Sonic fans? Are you not Sonic fans? Do you think that this is a cool idea? Do you think this is a bad idea to spread themselves so thin? Do you like the new design of the universe and the characters, or do you not? That's really the big question, So whatever you think, you should definitely share your thoughts below. I, for one, am remaining pretty excited, and I can't wait to get my hands on this game as soon as they can release it. Okay, that's all the Sonic news for today, guys. So, of course, if you like what I'm doing, please feel free to subscribe, like, and share the video, and share your thoughts. And, of course, thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time.